All right, hello. Back from vacation. You may be like, wait, Mug, you were uploading every day. How were you on vacation? And I'm just gonna say that I planned ahead so you guys can have videos while I was outside enjoying the great hot weather of Greece, but at least I went to the beach. So that was very fun. Regardless, I am back and now I can upload from tomorrow at least a bit more interesting content as well as fulfill some of the promises that I've been making. Regardless, today I don't have much time. It's like past my bedtime already, but I want to get the video out before I go sleep. So, we're taking a look at our final epic disruption weapon. And this, I knew it was strong, but then Dystopia video came out, and it got a lot of recognition for what it really was. The Arum Spinosa. Basically, some war fans can throw some talents in front, like the Arum Spinosa and the Quasus. The Quasus being the more popular one because of its pretty much guaranteed slash proc on every heavy attack. So these talents also slash proc with high crit. This can go crazy. However, the Arum Spinosa itself is a very, very interesting weapon. Now, why is it interesting? Well, the actual trait, the projectiles are dealing pure toxin damage by themselves. So you get toxin, and then you can add viral, and then you can add corrosive, and then you can do a bunch of stuff with it. Now, the correct approach to this would be to put electricity here, and instead of this, having melee duplicate. And especially max rank, it's gonna be the best because you are gonna be dealing yellow crits most likely with this, especially with my Arcane Avenger that I use on the build. So something like that, and then corrosive would deal infinitely more damage than what is this gonna do. But we're gonna see that this weapon will also deal a lot of damage on its own because of its unique mechanics. So first of all, let's start by assessing condition overload. On this specific weapon, condition overload is affected by almost nothing. Corrupt charge does not affect it, and prime pressure point, if I remember correctly, also doesn't affect it. So that means that if we add it, we get a 10% damage increase, which is pathetic, to say the least. Absolutely insanely bad, horrible, pathetic, right? So, you know, you, if you wanted the most damage from this, just take this build as it is. The Riven is this and can be replaced with, I don't know, anything. Organ Shrouder is good. Pretty much Organ Shrouder would be my choice, at least, if you're going for something like this. And then just Corrosive here and Prime Smite mode. But I'm not using Prime Smite mode because on this specific weapon, the best thing to use this against is the Murmur. And we're going to show that after on the Disruption mission, because even with this very suboptimal build, it didn't work very, very well. So, first of all, let's assess Zara's Whisper with this weapon. This weapon, it benefits from multi-shot. So it throws, I believe, 6 or 7 projectiles on its own. And these are multiplied by the Zada's Whisper multi-shot, so you throw a lot more. And because of that, Zada's Whisper pretty much increases your damage drastically compared to anything else, specifically for this weapon. You can also increase this multi-shot as my fellow YouTuber Dystopia showed with Octavia's metronome ability. If you get Opera here and you go with that, then you can get even more multi-shot. You can build for decent strength, and you can get some insane amount, pretty much plus 100% multi-shot, so you get more from that. I'm not a good Octavia player. I haven't made any min maxes on her, as I do not enjoy her a lot. So, as I'm a Wisp main, I will keep myself to playing Wisp and using what I have right here. So, you want to get the most out of this, duplicate electricity mode here, and you're good to go. Awesome? Awesome. So, we're first gonna show this on a normal Grineer mission, as everyone would probably play. Of course, just every time I want to sleep, man. And then We're gonna show it on the Murmur Disruption mission and explain the Dystopia strat a bit. Even though Dystopia does explain it, I'll leave the video from his channel below in the description, which is why this weapon has a lot more traction. And it's what made me get a ribbon for it and start playing it more and more. But yeah. We're just gonna show what it does with it. So I'm not gonna do more than a wave. I don't think I need to assess how good it is or anything. Just one wave is good enough. Obviously it's a melee weapon, so we don't need to stack anything. We can just use whatever we want. And it could be pretty useful to get the time 12, but it hasn't changed much of the results in my opinion. It does do a lot more damage, but you know, you're gonna see that it's not really lighting any. Now, this is with priming. Without priming, this weapon doesn't do a lot. So we're gonna use it right now on its own. As you can see, not that crazy, but it does benefit from headshots, which is pretty nice. So if you have decent aim, then you can, you know, do that. But we're not here for that. We're here for something way more important. So, let's do the funny. Prime the dude. Where is bro going? Okay. And then Zara and... So even without the Kavad armor strip, which kinda violates what I'm doing here, as you see the heavy gunner without any priming actually does. And this is with only 60% of the extra corrosive damage that I added to myself, which is not a lot, to be honest. It's not a lot. Alright. Is there any way for me to lose the buff here? Is there any way to fall off a bridge or something? Fall into the void. I want to lose Zada's Whisper because, you know, Compressor doesn't like it. Maybe I can't. I'll just leave with it. Just go up close to him. So this time we're on 120. Yes, the Compressor doesn't like it. Let us Whisper. Alright, it's running out actually. Here, can you? Ah, whatever. Well, I'm not gonna use Adas. Once again, my Kavad is doing work. I'll just try to get a good attempt on the third one so you can actually see the damage, in my opinion. Also, what the fuck is the Stalker doing here? Halwa? Again? You're ruining another one. Another video. Really? But you see the damage isn't that crazy. It's like normal. Alright. He stripped me of Zara's Whisper, of course. You fucker. Where are you even dashing? Just why? And Dread again, why? I mean, I don't care. I have everything from him, but like, why are you invading, man? Why can't we have nice things on this channel? Sometimes it's the Kavad, sometimes it's you, sometimes it's something else. I just can't get a weapon showcase, right? I don't understand. Regardless, it two-shot him, which is still decent. Not very impressive since some priming, but decent. Thankfully we have a style tough for him. Otherwise I would be very much. Alright, 180%, and there you go. Finally a decent showcase of the power from the Arum Spinosa. So, yeah, it's good. Can it deal with level cap enemies? With the right setup, yes. As Wisp and as the setup that I'm using, maybe not. Maybe not. On Xavia for sure. But we're gonna see what its real usage is for and what the real deal is on the Murmur Disruption mission. So we're gonna change Nice accuracy, by the way. So we're gonna change one mod, obviously. Hold on. Okay. And that is from Smite Grineer to Smite the Murmur. I've never actually used this mod as I didn't need it. But you can imagine if I didn't need this mode to actually one-shot the Necramech, you don't need much else. So, what do you need to do to one-shot the Necramech? Well, the Necramech has some damage reduction and then it has damage attenuation. The damage reduction, it limits the amount of damage it can take per shot. And then if you have multi-shot, it kind of splits the damage between the multi-shot stacks. For some reason, on melee weapons that have multi-shot, it doesn't do that. So you're bypassing the max damage per multi-shot from this by using Arum Spinosa. And then Zada's Whisper plays a role on top of that, and then Octavia plays a role on top of that as well. So that is the damage reduction taken out of the way. Now for the damage attenuation part, using a weapon with 0 damage, preferably a hit scan, but my nuker is working fine as I've tested, will actually prime him normally, but without dealing damage. And this allows you to not affect the damage attenuation of the first sword at all, giving you pretty much full damage for the start. So this is about all that you need. Emerald Archon Shards, I'm not sure if they even do anything. I don't really care, but you're gonna see that this is mostly enough. And then the amount of time that needs to pass in order for you to be able to try to one-shot him again is roughly 5 to 6 seconds. So we're gonna get a more in-depth video about setups that can one-shot the Necramechs here on base steel path with ease, or kill them with ease. And then, you know, we're gonna be explaining these mechanics a bit more on that video, and you know, just like Dystopia did. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it a lot. I mean, it is what it is. This game is just weird, honestly. But as you see, the weapon itself doesn't deal that much damage on its own. It's just a very specific what the hell? It's just a very specific disruption weapon. Like, incredibly specific disruption weapon in my opinion. But it's cool. It's nice to have weapons like this that all work in just old situations with synergies. In general, when I was looking at the video by Dystopia, I was pleasantly surprised to see the Arum Spinosa actually get a lot of love. And, you know, I wanted to give it some love myself. But all credit to him. I was not the one to find out about this at all. I learned everything from him. So, stun him. Prime him. That should be enough. And then Zara, and there we go. So, as you see, complete one-shot, and this goes up to very high level. You can easily get this up to around 20 or 30, even with this setup. Not quite level cap. On level cap, these specific Necramechs actually get way tankier. But in general, this can go really high level. This setup, just like this. Which is great. I haven't tried the Grozling, but hey, yes, it's time. Let's see. Even Zada's Whisper, they still deal 0 damage, which is pretty nice. I just see even the Grozling, it almost gets one-shotted. Got 2-shotted. Amazing. So that shows kind of the damage attenuation mechanic in play, and why this kind of one-shots it. The Necramech and shit. Also, it's really nice that if your weapon actually deals 0 damage, then it doesn't matter if you are, you know, using the thing or not. Now, you see, if we don't one-shot it, now we have to wait a bit. And then we just hit it again. Now, it's important to know this in order to deal more damage to it. And if you actually do stop, then you're gonna deal a lot more damage to it for the second part. You may say stuff like, okay, we can use, you know, Instead of melee duplicate, maybe we can use melee crescendo, because you know, melee crescendo can get us to time 12, and time 12 can help this weapon a lot since it's heavy attack based, but duplicates basically doubles your multi-shot again, so it helps a lot more, especially in this type of mission. So, pretty easy setup to achieve, actually. The Riven is probably not needed even, but I wanted to get a Riven because I get a Riven for pretty much all my guns. I am a Riven junkie, and I'm somebody who wants to push their gun to the limit. So I use as much resources as I can. So Bone Widow should be a bit easier to deal with. Yep. This guy should die instantly. Although I had Kavat buff, but I don't think it mattered at all. I don't think it mattered at all, to be honest. Amazing. Oh, there we go. So yeah, just wanted to show you that basically this works even if you don't have a crazy setup going on like Dystopia does, but Dystopia goes like all the way to get this to the maximum and actually one-shot it on level cap, which is great. I really wanted to see somebody do that, and I'm so glad that I could get the chance to see that. So here, I believe damage attenuation didn't actually work, because I saw damage numbers being dealt on him, but it didn't matter. So, I think Acolyte coming, let's see if it does well. Malice. Does okay. If you prime her correctly, and uses your primer more on her a bit, should do a lot better. And I think having a primer that can prime the enemy faster than the Nucor does will help a lot, because my Nucor is basically built for damage and not for priming. The whole priming aspect of it is dealt through secondary encumber. If I remove, you're gonna see that if I remove anemic agility, we don't have anything crazy going on here. It's just Rad Varel. So everything is secondary and cucumber doing its thing. Literally. So where is anemic agility? There it is. Amazing. So yeah, Arum Spinosa. Overlooked to hell until recently with that Dystopia video, and overall it is very niche, but if it works, it works. Honestly, if it works, it works. I just wish that I had this so I can get it to its full potential. I don't, but even like this, it works, and that is the beauty of it. Even if you don't have all the crazy stuff that costs 1,000 platinum, this can still work just fine, which is absolutely amazing. But after so many runs of Netra cells, because I haven't done Elite Deep Archimedia yet, I just unlocked it, so the first one's gonna be the next week. The first one that I'm gonna do. But I still don't have a single melee duplicate. That's like, I don't know, that's kind of fucked, man. I'm not gonna lie, this is kind of fucked that I don't have a single one. And I haven't missed Netra cells. I think I've missed like one Netra cell. Like one full part. So 5 missions of Netra cells, but like 1 week. I don't know. It's just a bit cringe, in my opinion, to not have a single one. But I'll get them in time. With Elite Deep Archimedia, it's gonna help a lot to get these. And hopefully do some weird stuff with it. Because I've seen Melee Duplicate, and it seems to be the strongest arcane in the Melee class so far. Alongside Melee Animosity, because it has some unique mechanics when it comes to using Tenokai as well. We'll see some of those very soon. But for now, this is it. So the series is over. All 15 weapons are in, which means this series will become a playlist, and then the playlist will be showcasing each weapon, and you know, from start to finish, you can watch it, all of it, as a playlist in my channel, and it will be highlighted. So you know, we're gonna start having playlists on these lists and on these you know, weekly stuff that we do, your suggested weapons, build rows, and the likes of that. I think I'm gonna start adding playlists to those when we reach like week 6 or 7 to clump up a bit, so people, if they wanna like watch the playlist, they have a bit of stuff to do, and then they can actually wait for the next episode. And I think that's gonna work a lot better than just having the first 3 or 4 episodes or whatever we have right now just sitting there and people just anxiously wait for the next one, or they don't have enough stuff to watch until the next episode is on the way. So, you know, thank you guys for sticking till the end of this video and this series. There is more to come as always. We have a Garuda guide coming. We have some fashion frame shenanigans to show with this Wisp, or my Mirage, or my Garuda. You know, I have quite a few fashions to showcase. I have quite a few. And I'm sure some people would like to see and know how to make them. And that's what I'm here for. So, thank you very much for watching this video. Once this video goes out, I'll be live streaming on Twitch, so I'll leave that on the top of the descriptions. We're gonna be doing build rows, so if you're liking that, you can go watch live. And then, you know, I don't know how long the stream is gonna last. I'll be after work, so maybe not long, but we'll see. And yeah, Discord as well in the description in case you want to join build rows. And I'll see you on the next video.